Hey guys, I'm finally back from Japan, but I didn't come back empty-handed. I came back bearing gifts, okay? So this in my hand right here is the special World Final coupon that will not give you any crystal or scroll. It will give you a special Elia skin that can only be acquired if you go to the event in person and get one of the goodie bag. So, I'm giving this away to one of you guys out there in the comment section down below. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Together with the actual World Final coupon as well, they'll give you LD scroll, normal scroll, and crystals. Anyway, that wasn't the first thing I came back with. I also came back with this new spanking LD5. How convenient, right? I couldn't even believe it myself. I think at this point, that is not... I don't even know what to say at this point, okay? So, I came back with Geldnir, the Lightning Emperor. I got this during the after party after the World Final event. And the funniest part is that a Comtour staff pulled this LD5 for me. It wasn't me. It wasn't my finger. It wasn't my button. So I let all the Comtour staff that I know at the event to hit on my LD scroll. The one that got the most scroll, including 13 SWC scroll, was Mart's.
Do it. Do all. Me? Yeah. Come on. I think I have to like stroke some people. Do 5.
He didn't get me shit. I went around every Comtour staff. Hey, can you press one for me? Can you press one for me? I even give Diligent like 5 scroll and you get me shit. I was just so sad. I was left with 3 scroll. And then I saw in the corner of my eye a Korean female Comtour staff. I've been working with her for years now to cast SWC for you guys for the APAC prelim. So I asked her, of course, with 1 scroll, 1 touch, boom, lightning. I was so happy. I think one of the only person in that after party to summon an LD5. But I was only one of the person because there was another person. It was Nicholas from Thailand. He also summoned a new LD5, and his new LD5 is motherfucking Ragdoll. But hey, I've always said that I don't really want Ragdoll, so maybe it's a blessing in disguise, okay? Because getting Ragdoll is great, is really strong. It can be used in RTA pretty much every day, every single match. You can spam the LD5, which is amazing. But when you win with Ragdoll, it's like, John, you win with Ragdoll. And when you lose with Ragdoll, it's like, you lost with Cringe. You know, it's a lose-lose situation when you get Ragdoll. You get shit on. Nobody's happy for you. When you play with it, whether you win or lose, it's always a bad day. Okay, so maybe Geldnir is better because I can always look forward to a buff in the balance patch. Maybe that's not really a good feeling. And when I finally get to use it, it's kind of hype. Potentially. But I think at this point, it's not even funny anymore to say, oh, he's a Comtour staff, his account's better rate, all that stuff. Because I personally now feel like, hey, maybe they're really messing with my rates. But I can't really do anything about it. I asked so many Comtour staff in the event, eye to eye, and they were kind of drunk. Okay, I need to get them drunk first, gotta loop them up first. And they just look at me and be like, you fucking idiot, you think? Or like, if that works, I would have 20 LD5 by now, and I have like 2. So maybe because I'm like a popular streamer, so I get more LD5 because it seems like Obabo, SeanB says she's all getting new LD5 the other day. Anyway, maybe. We don't know. And there's really nothing we can do about it because it is just what it is. And then I also have a friend that spend less money but get 12 LD5 this year. Maybe I'm just very lucky. Or both. I'm not too sure about that. So what can I do about this situation right here where maybe there's a chance that they're really boosting my rate to make the game look better for you guys because you guys need to summon more LD scroll when you see SeanB get so many new LD5, right? I think for the majority of people out there, what I would do is I would just keep doing what I'm doing. Make fun video as many as possible, as often as possible, for as long as possible. But the people who really want something to be done, my stand on spending money in Summoners War has kind of always been the same, which is if you have $100, okay, I don't really have $100 bill in my hand right now. If you have $100 and you can like, you know, maybe I should do it better. You have $100 and then bah, and then you don't feel anything. You're ready to spend money in Summoner. So because this, as I've said many times before, is just casino with cute PNG of monsters and dogs and women and bikinis. You don't spend money in this fucking game and expect any real return. Okay, maybe spending money in casino can actually win you some money, but spending money in Summoner Sword will give you an absolute zero, nothing, nada. And maybe once in a while you get an LD5 from a scroll. You think spending money is not that bad after all. Spending money in this game is a huge waste of money. You see me spending money all the time because I personally need to spend more. Maybe do I really need to spend more? I don't know. I try to fucking rationalize it in my head. See how fucked up that is? Because I need to make more content. I need new unit. I need more runes. I need to maintain my rank. I need to spend more money so I can keep making better content. So to me, there's like a real monetary reason, motivation to spend money in this game. So you see me spending money from time to time when there's new update, new unit, new collab, new whatever in the game that maybe I should spend some money to maybe get the new thing, showcase to you guys. I can also do the free-to-play way and borrow every account possible, but then I want to show it as much as possible on my account with my own unit after I spend some money. And in regards to talking favorably about the game all the time, I think I've been pretty straightforward with you guys over the years. If the events is shit, if the balance patch is shit, then it's gonna be shit. If it's good, maybe for me, like when they buff Gianna, not so good for you, then I say it's like, hey, it's good for me, guys, haha. I like to mock contours all the fucking time. I would do it the same way. Nothing's gonna change. And I'm not gonna sit here to complain about the game 24/7 on video because I don't think you guys are gonna be tuning in for that. After a long day of hard work and shitty RTA, you turn on YouTube and see SeanB just to do the same thing that you do. Maybe like half the time. It's funny, but not like all the time, okay? We're still here trying to have fun. That's the whole point. And now let's go back to this thing right here that I got and let's talk about it. What is my current build on Geldnir? He is on Despair Revenge. I think this is the most popular build I see in high tier siege defense because he doesn't really need any rune to do what he can do. When you start the fight, you usually have high stacks, so you're going to heal your team anyway. And when you use him in the right situation, he'll gain stack over time to keep healing your team. He can also steal buff with a skill 1, and that is pretty much it. He has an insane, the best speed lead for guild content, but he's not a very aggressive unit. He's more of a defensive unit, so I'm not really sure how to use this one just yet. But so far, he's on Despair Revenge, and I plan to use him on my siege defense. But then on the other side of the equation, there's a younger, hotter, a more capable, more fun to use for siege leader skill that is so much more meta in the current defense. Sylvia, oh my guild will love me so much if I have this unit. Okay, this unit is just insane, so popular and so good in siege defense, and bearing the same speed lead, which is kind of weird because she has 4-star in her family. I mean, her whole family is a 4-star family, and she owns the better leader skill. Because when you compare her to like Wedjat, who's a 5-star, right, guys? Wedjat is a 5-star in a 4-star family, and he owns a 4-star leader skill. It's just kind of weird. And then we have War Young, who is a 5-star in a 4-star family, and she gets like the middle ground leader skill. Anyway, enough about that. This guy used to be very popular in siege defense. And what is that siege defense? And that defense is the Geldnir, Ophelia, and Theomas. But then I don't have to use Theomas. I can use an LD damage dealer as well. That's going to be Nasha. So this defense is very popular because it has a speed lead, allowing the damage to go fast, allowing the support unit to go fast, and it can heal up the damage dealer all the time with the buff coming out from the Ophelia. Oh, I got 2 wins. Not bad. But when you look at the frontline defense for 5-star siege nowadays, it is Sylvia and other units that have very strong skill 1, because over the years they have buffed many units that have very good skill 1. So Sylvia is incredible to bring out the potential of all these units that have very strong skill 1 and passive to attack all the time, reduce their cooldown, potentially heal the team like Byung-chon, for example. So Geldnir is like nowhere to be seen. If you see Geldnir, then there are so many counterplay to just kill the damage dealer. Because in this kind of defense, all 3 of them are quite threatening. But in the Geldnir defense, for example, like my defense, then only the damage dealer is threatening. So when you craft a strategy, you only have to kill the damage dealer, because the other two things, they might drag out the game for quite a while, but eventually they will die if you have Destroy Rune, because healing is not exactly that crazy, right? And he doesn't really bring any threat to the table. So that is the Siege Guild PvP. What about Arena? I've been trying to use Geldnir in a bit of Arena as well, because you can also build this kind of team and you can add in the LD5 of your choice to make your team better. So this is the kind of team that you use to auto. For this one, I'm using the same build as well, because I need to use that for my Siege defense. So you build your Fang Yin very slow, you build your Alaya very slow, very tanky, and the whole point is to auto the enemy. And Geldnir can really help in that regards, but Geldnir is kind of terrible against AoE damage, as you can see right there, because they're gonna take away all your healing in the first turn anyway. I think Geldnir is very good against low single target damage, because they can never really kill you. So the whole point is here to have buffer, the damage dealer, but the feeling of this team is not exactly amazing, because there's not a lot of cleansing in this team. There's a cleanser in Alaya, but she only cleanses one debuff, which means if you're fighting like Maximilian Nephthys defense, then Geldnir doesn't really help, because either they do AoE damage and just waste all your healing immediately, or they heal block you, which make Geldnir instantly useless. Like, instantly. You have AoE heal block like Nephthys, which is very popular in high tier Arena defense, in inter-server. It makes Geldnir very, very shit. But against a defense without a lot of damage, then Geldnir will keep you alive pretty much forever, which is great for autoing in Arena if I feel like I don't want to press a certain button. But like, let's see this one, right? It's not exactly going to work well, because there's AoE heal block. There are two AoE heal block as well. I'm going to try to kill the Nephthys first. Let's see if we can do that. Okay. We're doing some damage, but we're definitely going to get absolutely shit on with the damage from the enemy. All right, we're healing back. Here comes the heal block. So right now, Geldnir is just kind of gone. So if I want to use Geldnir, I kind of need a cleanser in the team as well, so that the healing can be the best it can be. Oh no, it's going to hurt. Okay, it didn't hurt that much. I could survive that, but the heal block is working really well. Okay, the heal block is gone, and now I can actually start healing back. And the amount of buff that Alaya can give can make Geldnir heal very, very well. As you can see, back to very healthy. Getting a little bit dicey here, and then focus on the Dark Sea Emperor. So it's not bad, but it's not like, whoa. So I don't know, man. What should I feel? I should feel really happy about my new LD5. But for Arena, I don't think I will need this guy, because I have one of the best Arena LD5 in the game already. So that's kind of a void for choice. Is that the word? Like, you've been eating Wagyu steak for so long that you're now back to normal beef. Even though it's cooked well, it's not Wagyu steak. Like, not A5. That kind of feeling. So I might sound very ungrateful, but it is what it is, right? Can't be kissing Geldnir ass when he's wearing all that long robe that I can't even see his ass. Like, I can probably solo this very, very easily. Or I can also do this and end the fight in like 2 seconds. Which is crazy. Is it a nemesis? It's not a nemesis. So I can either use Geldnir and maybe play, and maybe if I'm doing the dishes, for example, then I don't have to touch the screen, and it can still win for me all the time. But I can also do this and win all the time, and pretty much way, way faster. Lucifer is just kind of crazy, huh? Makes Geldnir look like a joke. So that is the Arena section. What about RTA? For RTA, I'll try to use Geldnir with the same build. And in like the 10-20 matches I've played, I've won maybe like 2. So I'm also trying out the high defense, because Sonya can one-shot it. Because Sonya doesn't give two shit about your healing, okay? If you die, you can't heal. So I've been trying to use Geldnir in RTA a little bit. I'm trying to pick it when it makes sense, like against Marsha, against Buffer. But they just kind of ignore him. Or they just maneuver around him, because he's been around for so long. His mechanic is pretty much the same since the launch, I think. So people just kind of know exactly what to do against him so that you don't have to deal with the healing. I've won like 2 games where they literally pick no damage and they can't really kill me with Geldnir on the field. So I'm not sure. When I look at the RTA replay of this guy, damn, this guy's name is Geldnir. That is kind of cool. So you either pick him with a lot of buffer and you pick him against buffer. So in this meta, Rakan, we have Masha, we have maybe other buffer like Wusa, Velajo, that kind of thing. So you gain stack and you're trying to heal back. Like this guy picked Geldnir into a team that has no buff and he has like 1 buffer. Kind of weird. Very, very hard to use, not very, very popular unit. So you will see him pick once a while, but I'm not really sure how to maximize his potential. But maybe I can in an RTA debut video, but not impressed with the performance. So this is going to be the best thing I can do with him with a speed leader, which is to use a booster to boost my Lucian to one-shot the enemy team. But this team is not very easy to use nowadays because people either put Byung-Chun minus Gwyneth on the other unit and a fire unit. So it's very impossible to Lucian people. And because this unit is so slow, it is really hard to outspeed high base speed unit to actually Lucian the more Lucianable defense. Because even if I have this Tion at plus 320 speed, which I cannot do by the way, I might still get outsped by a Violent Laura. Base speed is mind-blowing now. And he doesn't really add anything to the table, and I have to switch full 5 on him if I want to use him like that, and then he'll be useless for other content. I have to switch through all the time, which is very inconvenient to use. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use this when I already have Miyang, which can also heal and provide backup damage for the fire unit on the other side that could potentially survive. And I'm only losing 5 speed, but if I use a team right, I should outspeed with the bird very comfortably. I don't have Nova, the light rat, to use here to boost, which is going to be infinitely better. So can't really do that as well. So if you're a Geldnir expert, let me know in the comment section down below how I should be using this guy. What did I miss? Is there like a mind-blowing way that I should be using this guy and you need to enlighten me? Okay, because so far, I haven't found that yet. But I was still trying to enjoy him like how I enjoy Rahul, Leona, the other not so popular LD5 once in a while, but not all the time. Anyway guys, thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.